Andoni Iraola, it is almost set in stone that he's going to come in.
Yeah.
What is
So
your
here we
feeling
go.
about it?
Um, I've spoken with you about Andoni Raiola, and I think that one thing that I told you about was about his football and his philosophy and the way he plays the game. The one thing that I like about his method is its intensity, and that is the one thing we have lacked basically throughout the whole season. Intensity and how drilled he puts his boys through in training and things like that. And I think that is one thing we've lacked, and that is basically I would say a bit of an identity that we've picked up from Jurgen Klopp. And so that is a good thing that I think he can bring to the team. The thing that I'm worried about is the step up from Bournemouth to Liverpool. He has to be more, he has to improve his own man management abilities, the ability to go again every 3 days instead of every 7 days like he had at Bournemouth. Now he'll be playing the Champions League, facing top managers who would give him a run for his money in terms of in-game tactics and things like that. And now becoming a Liverpool manager, when you go 16 games unbeaten at Bournemouth, we praise you for it. But at Liverpool, the final details will be how many games did you win in that 16 game unbeaten? They won 8 and drew 8. That wouldn't be good enough at Liverpool. We want to win more. So the standard that he was being judged by at Bournemouth for going 16 games unbeaten and doing a good job, it wouldn't be a good job at Liverpool. The narrative would be he has drawn 8. He's drawn half of the games, which isn't good enough for Liverpool. So that step up is what I am hoping he'll be able to bridge in terms of his ability to win more games that he draws, like he did at Bournemouth. But his trajectory as a manager coming in from the La Liga to Bournemouth, his first 5-6 games, he didn't win a single one. He drew almost all of them. Then gradually he started to get into shape, get into the grips of the Premier League and what it's about. So he has improved as a manager. And I hope that if he comes in, he will be able to improve a lot more. And that would mean that Liverpool will bring back that sort of the energy and intensity that we lacked throughout the whole season. He'll be able to bring that back to Liverpool. I don't know. What do you think about him and also his ability to improve play? Because I think that is also another thing that is one of his hallmarks as a coach, aside the intensity that he brings to the game, his ability to improve players.
There's no doubt about Andoni Raiola's style of play. There's no doubt that he's going to give us exciting football. I have no doubt whatsoever about that. But there are at least two problems that I find with Andoni Raiola. And I'm not very confident about the long-term future of Liverpool if we appoint him. The first thing is the pedigree he's bringing. What is the pedigree he's bringing? Has he competed in Europe before? And I don't remember him getting to any final, competing to win even the Conference League. He doesn't have that experience. So doing well with Bournemouth and going 18 games unbeaten at Bournemouth is very different from doing it at Liverpool. It is very different. The second thing that I'm worried about is his injury record. The injury record is absolutely atrocious. Even when you look at Bournemouth alone, it is not good enough.
Bournemouth
What it
that
means
plays
is
once
that,
every 7 days.
yes, what it means is that the Liverpool squad that will be given to him cannot be the squad that we have currently or the one that Arne Slot had to work with. We have to give him at least 23 players who everybody can start. I have no doubt that he will improve players, like using academy players and all that. He will be able to do that. So that might maybe sort of reduce the effect of injuries on the Liverpool squad. But we need to have a bigger squad, a much, much bigger squad. And for me, his appointment would mean that this summer is going to have to be a very, very big summer. We need to bring in at least 5 players or 6 players.
Yeah.
If it is Andoni Raiola who is stepping in, then we need that number of new players because it's going to be a really hard season next season because unless, of course, Liverpool decide that, okay, we are going to just compete for the domestic trophies. But for Europe, if we have any sight on winning the Champions League in the next 2 to 3 years, Andoni Iraola is going to it's going to be difficult with Andoni Iraola. I'm not going to lie. For me, I'm looking at Liverpool at the level of Manchester City, at the level of Madrid and PSG. If that is where we see ourselves, I think this appointment is a bit underwhelming for me.